Hello and welcome to a very strange Train Sim World 2 video. I'm still your host, and this time we're driving the Class 166 again. Same as last time, kind of, not really. We're using a different route this time. We're using Great Western Express. And this video, for the title of this video, I'm not going to tell you where we're starting from or where we're heading to. There's kind of no point in doing that, because Great Western Express doesn't work correctly. And you might be able to tell that by the fact that the doors are open. It shows in the bottom right hand corner, next to the speedometer, and there's a diagram with the doors. And the left hand side door, which is the correct side, is open, and for some reason it randomly decides when it wants to register the fact that I've closed the doors and the fact that I've opened them. And so far, it hasn't really got to the low passengers stage, and it's supposed to. So I may have mentioned this last time, that Great Western Express isn't working as it should, and this video will show how it's working at the moment. The answer is not very well. It's serviceable. I can still drive on it. It's not as if it flat out doesn't let me drive. It's the principle of a feature is missing. That feature being the ability to load passengers onto the train and stop, open the doors, etc. The process we've been doing a number of times throughout our time with this game thus far, and it's something we are going to be doing in the future. Now, there are videos planned for Great Western Express that are going to involve stopping at stations and doing passenger services and stuff like that. So it would be nice to get it in working order. What I'm actually doing today is I'm testing one of the routes that I'm going to be using in a future video to see whether I need to change the timings of it, whether I need to change some of the locomotives on it to make it a bit better. And running through, there were some issues that I'm going to be tweaking. But the main issue is something that I can't fix. I'm sorry for clearing my throat so much. I do apologise. But yeah, that's an issue that I can't fix, and I have to wait until the game is patched in order to do that. And Great Western Express, I don't know how long it's had this problem for, but it does have it still. If you've been playing it around when this problem started occurring, then you'll know better than me when this started. However, to my knowledge, this has been around in Great Western Express since I picked it up again, basically with the Preserve collection. And I don't know whether this is a PS4 exclusive thing. I don't know whether it's on all platforms. I don't know whether it's just on console, or maybe it affects PS4. It definitely affects PS4, that's the console I'm using. But I don't know what other systems it will affect. So, for the time being, you may not even have this problem. If you came across this video and you play this game as well, you may not have encountered it. I have, and you'll see why in a moment. You'll see what I mean, basically. You'll see what I mean when I say this route is broken. It's modelled fine. The modelling is done well. None of that's busted. It's not as if I'm falling to the floor or anything crazy like that. But yeah, this isn't working as intended. So I'm going to stop here at Taplow. Yeah, Taplow. And I'm going to unlock the doors, which I'm doing now, and you'll see the doors open. There you go, they're opening, and load passengers should appear at the top left corner. Oh, HSD going by there. It's a pretty good look. But yeah, so load passengers should be appearing, but it's not, so I just close the doors again. I know how to rectify this. I know how to make the game think that I've done my job. It's not my fault that I can't do my job by loading passengers, because the game is just not letting me. So I drive off, and it should clear the unlock the doors message and there we go. Now it does say low passengers, I know, at the top in bold, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the meter that goes around that fills up as you offload and load new passengers onto the train. That's what I mean, and that's just not appearing. And this isn't a Brighton and, you know, the East Coast Way issue. This isn't an issue like that, where it just registers me on being on the wrong side of the platform, you know. So if the platform is on our left, I have to open the doors on the right, because the game doesn't register the fact that the door should open on the left. Basically is what's going on in the East Coast Way, but it's not like that. Because I have footage from earlier on that I captured that I'm probably going to show Dovetail in a private video that only, you know, they can see, you know, unlisted. So then I can give them the link and say, hey, this is what I found that is happening. I tried that. I tried opening it on the opposite side, but it still doesn't register. It's the same problem. So yeah, to clear the message, I basically have to set off again, which I'm not. This isn't working as intended. It's not supposed to be like this. So yeah, that's the only workaround that I've currently found in order to get this to work. I did try other locomotives. I tried the 375 in that specific bit of footage that I'm going to be showing Dovetail. I might show some more, but to be honest, if it doesn't work for one train, that's bad enough. It doesn't work for the 166. It didn't work for the HST either, because that weirdness was still going on in when we did a video on the HST on the Great Western Express route last time. The same thing happened. You only just saw it once because it was a express service, you know. It was start from Reading and then we went to Slough. We're going to be going past Slough today to Ivor, but you know, you get what I mean. So all of this, you should have kind of seen all this before. Class 20 that's about to come by, I think. Yep. On the way. Ah, here he is. Class 20 there, pulling a 101. So yeah, that's the situation with that. I do hope they fix it, so then I can basically do the videos as I planned. I've already got them planned out, you know, with the routes and everything on the spreadsheet. On the spreadsheet, because I'm a nerd. That's how I've been organising things, so I can basically go in and make changes to what I'm doing rather than have everything set in stone. So then if I change my mind about what locomotive I want running on which route, I can just go in and change it before it's been made. And on this I'm just kind of testing the timings of the locomotives passing by. The 395 I think passes by just fine, but after this point the 101 and the 375 gets stuck behind a red signal because there's locomotives in the way. So I'm going to have to sort that out and see whether I can fix that ready, because this route is intended for the 313. I made this route and I set whenever the 313 comes out, it might not be out for a long time, but I got it listed on my spreadsheet as being related to the 313, so that's what I'm going to be running when it comes out and when I get it. And before you ask, no, I don't know when it's coming out. It is on the roadmap. It is cited to be coming, at least. That's definitely true. But as far as any official release date goes, I have no idea, and I can only really theorise that, I don't know, it could be relatively soon, it could be far into the future, because they did just announce Clinchfield Railroad, I think, or is it Clinchfield Creek, something like that, and the Arosa line as well. I think they recently announced those at the time of this video, so they are working on things, and I guess they could release the 313 in between, or maybe soon. But to be honest, I don't know. The 465 though, that's definitely coming, and I am excited to run the 465 on routes that actually work. Sorry to be a bit catty about it, but it's a bit annoying, isn't it, when the game just doesn't work correctly as it should, you know? Hey, I found a workaround. It doesn't look good, it's not professional, it's not how it's supposed to be, but it's the only way. And I hope you appreciate me even trying to find a workaround. Because normally what I do is I'd say, okay, it doesn't work, I'm not going to try it. So yeah, I've worked a bit harder to bring in this video to explain what's going on with Great Western Express. I'm also going to talk a little bit about the 465 now, because I've spent most of the video going on about an issue, and I want to get back to something positive. The positive is that the 465 is coming. It's been announced. It's got an article on Dovetail Live if you want to go and read that. But I'm going to relay some information very quickly. I'm not going to go too much into depth, but I am going to mention that I think, personally, looking at the pictures that they've taken in game, in engine, I think they're in engine, they probably will be, they're great, they're wonderful. I can't see anything wrong with how the train looks. Now, I'm pretty sure that there's some railway experts out there who will point out the minor inaccuracies, if there are any, but according to my eyes, I've looked at proper real-life pictures of the 465. I've been looking at it for a while, because I know it's coming up, so I've kind of been looking around, seeing what I can find on it, and then I can give you some good information. And that information has come from basically forums users, but also you can kind of tell this from the images. The 465 that we're going to be getting in Train Sim World 2 is built by Metro Camel. The reason that you know this is because there are some differences between the different manufacturers that made, should I say, 465. 465s, more than one. So the Class 465 is a electric multiple unit, which is kind of like what we're driving now, except it runs on electricity powered by the third rail, and it will be compatible with scenario planning mode, because obviously all the locomotives need to be, according to Dovetail themselves. So I will be driving it in scenario planning mode. I will be doing videos on it, don't worry about that. But yes, the version that we're getting in game is going to be built by Metro Camel. And it's important to know the difference, because there are differences between Metro Camel produced Class 465s and Brell and ABB York produced. I'm assuming it's ABB York. And Brell and ABB made a version of the 465 that's different from the Metro Camel version in a number of different ways, mostly cosmetic. The cosmetic differences you can tell with the most obvious difference between the two is the buffers at the front. So the front end design is different for the 465 built by Metro Camel and the 465 built by ABB and Brell. So the Metro Camel version has a different motor sound than the ABB version, and it sounds a lot better, a lot more appealing to my ears. It sounds like a race car going up through its gears. And if you want to go check that out for yourself, there is a lovely video by Armstrong Powerhouse that I think was made a year ago, maybe even 2 years, which is a pack for the 465 for Train Simulator, which I don't have. Train Sim World, Train Simulator, they are made by the same people, but they are separate franchises, treated as such. So yeah, if you want a demo of that, there's plenty of videos of 465 actually driving in real life, and there's also that pack showcasing all the features, so you can see the differences between the two models and how the sounds are different. And I like the sounds of the Metro Camel version more, so I'm grateful that it's that version. I also like the aesthetic changes, the differences. So that's important to know. If people were expecting the ABB Braille version, that's not what we're getting. And if we do get it, then it will be a bonus that I highly doubt that we're going to be getting 465 manufactured by two different entities. It's going to be the Metro Camel version, as far as I know. According to the screenshots and all the images, it would really be very silly of them if they then came out with the ABV version, because let's just be honest, they are different enough that you can kind of tell. If you know where to look, you can see the differences. So there you go. Class 465, I'm excited to try it out. I will be doing a stream on it when it comes out and when I pick it up, and then I'll start using it in scenario planner mode for some videos on the side. And then I hope that Dovetail captures the sound, so then I can explain, it's different, from the ABB Braille version. So there you go. Given Dovetail's track record with sounds, it probably won't be exact. The pack that Armstrong Powerhouse made was, in my opinion, a very good pack. According to all the sounds, they sounded authentic. I listened to a bunch of videos and watched them as well of the real life 465, so it sounds on point according to my ears. Either way, that is pretty much the end of this video. We've reached either. I'm going to do a weird thing by backing up in a moment to get it to clear the message so we can finish. However, I do hope you still enjoyed this video, even if it was mostly about an issue with the game. Please do stay tuned for the other videos that I'm going to be uploading soon. Do hope you have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video, which will hopefully be a lot more positive than this one. I'll see you... actually, let's wait for it to click. There we go. What a silly workaround I have to do. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day.